The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tiger Technician Hour with your host, Basil Chapman. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Now, Basil Chapman.
Good morning, everyone. Basil Chapman here on this Wednesday, the 20th of November. Wow, November's almost done. Year's almost gone. All right, we're looking at this right now. We're looking at the E-mini. Just wanted to do this because it gave so much information earlier on, even though in my mind I was saying there should be some kind of a bounce today. Look what happened. The 5-minute E-mini went to the 200-period moving average and ran peak A, B, C, D, E, F, and even a G with a doji candle right here. And at 10 minutes past 8 at 59.54.00, the price started to turn down a little bit. And then the 9-period moving average crossed negative. And it's been negative ever since. And we've gone from that level where it went under the 200-period moving average, which was support. It didn't even have resistance. It just gapped down, and now we're at 58.98. If you look at the 10-minute chart, I used a phantom peak, Chapman wave, phantom peak C right here. Underneath the previous high, there was a peak F right there. That was the one at 3:30 this morning. I just did the notation. I wasn't up. Actually, I was up for a second, but I didn't get out of bed. And I used that, and that was a very good turnaround with 3 little doji candles. And now we're at the low of the day, at the 58.97 level. I don't yet see a turn. Now, I need to show this chart, much to my chagrin. I need to show this chart again, and I don't know whether this is going to be accurate or not. So far, it's very accurate. This is with the background. It's got the Chapman wave dark news cloud cover, but I don't have anything based solely on yields, because yields have been going up for a while. They're not much further than they were before. I'm not sure what it is. I haven't even put DNI, dark news index, right here at the top for the Dow, but I had a measured move from the high of March of 2024 to the high of July of this year. That exact time lapse you can see right here came in exactly on the 11th of November, and lo and behold, we have pulled back. But the 9-period moving average, considering we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, this is the 7th session under the high, and the 9-period moving average is still positive. In fact, it's quite positive in the sense that it is quite a bit higher than the 14-period moving average. Well, when you've seen that happen before, it didn't go pink. When it had an internal high, internal low, and a residual low back on the 9th of, that's September the 11th. So that 9-period moving average remained green, and that's what I've been thinking is going to happen here, that we're pulling back, but in fact we'll have a rebound based on that spring-loaded price moving down, 9-period moving average holding well. I don't know. That's the way it is. But so far, the 11th of November has been the exact top. And I did not go short there, even though for a moment I had an alternate count. Let me show you what I had. Still have, actually. There's been no change in that. So I need to just do this right here. And look at this. I have an alternate count, F/A. F says, oh, we've got to be really careful. A says, are you kidding? Every single pullback you want to buy. I'm in the camp that says, let's wait and see. Let the market tell us. The MACD went negative. Relative strength is negative. Stochastics way under 80% to 61%. On balance volumes are negative. The only thing that is positive is the 9 and 14. If the 9-period moving average turns pink, goes underneath the black 14-period moving average, it'll probably happen in the just over 43,000. We're at 43,095 right now. So that is wrong. That should be 42,000. Oh, I didn't update it. 42,000. All right, let's get rid of that. Okay, so what we're really looking at is that the market goes underneath. If the Dow goes underneath, remember, NVIDIA is part of the Dow. So that could easily happen tonight. I'll talk about that in a moment. But 42,729.93, oops, 42,850.40 was the low on that gap up on the 6th after the election. And that's key. If we start to fill that gap, that'll be like almost, I call it a right arm extension, not a rogue wave in this particular instance. It's like a single leg A that fails. So I'm just giving you a scenario, and the scenario says so far, the daily is still positive, the weekly is still very positive in the Dow, and the monthly is still very positive. The S&P, I'll give you the three because it's really important. NVIDIA can make a big change tonight. It is in the Dow. It wasn't before. So I meant to have a look to see. The back of my mind says, over the decades and decades and decades that I've followed the Dow, I make a daily call on the Dow. I've done that for 40 years or more. If my memory is correct, Intel, and you can go with Microsoft, you can go through so many of these stocks that became part of the Dow just as they were topping. That was on the shorter term. Some of them then went on to go to higher highs. But over a period of time, the Dow had, this is my memory now, the Dow has a history very often of choosing stocks right at their highs. And we'll see if that's going to be the case with NVIDIA. I don't think so, because NVIDIA has what's needed. So at some point, they'll be back again, even if they have a sharp pullback today. The technicals are still very strong. That's the 9-period moving average over the 14 in the daily chart. Very strong in the weekly. But you can see, look what happened to Target. The technicals in the daily were quite good. The weekly technicals were not that good. All right, so it doesn't always work that way. And down 33 at 122. Wow, that's quite a hit. 181.86 was the high in April. But this goes all the way back to the 260s back in 2021 as a high. So this is a real problem. All right, let's get back to our story. And what I want you to say is that in the context, I just wanted to go to gold for a moment. See, gold is up 18. The reason why I was favorably inclined towards gold is that, yes, let me just show you this in the daily chart. The 9-period moving average was very strong, and it stays strong right up until the high of 2,803, I think, 2801.8. That was the high in the continuous contract on the 30th of October. Then it took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sessions for that 9-period moving average to kick in and go pink. It is still pink, and it'll have to, the gold contract will have to get to 26, it's at 26.50 right now. It'll have to go to almost the 26.80s, I think, for the 9-period moving average to have a chance to go green. But we've got a break coming up. I wanted to talk about this in relation to what I'm looking at in the market now, and that is a very mixed market, rotating through all these different areas. That's just as we're looking at going to the break. I'm just to see what Bitcoin is doing. Bitcoin is up 850 at an all-time high. I'll be back in a moment.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, charts and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening Call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
TFNN has launched The Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
We're back, folks, and now we want to see if this Chapman Wave automated support level in the 1-minute chart of the E-mini at 58.81 right there becomes a support level. In the NASDAQ, it's at 20,503. Let's see if that becomes the bounce-off level. It's the first one we've had since that big sharp drop from 10 o'clock. We're right down. We've just had an automated Chapman Wave support level at 58.81. And the price is at 58.89. We'll see if that holds. Okay. With that said, here's what I wanted to go through. So we were looking at gold, and I'm looking at this area of commodities. For instance, look at this. The DBA, which is the DB Agricultural Fund, has had a really nice rally from the 24s to the 26.15 area we're at right now. It hit 26.24 earlier on. Very subtle, very quiet. So here you are. You've got yields going up. I'm trying to put the whole package together. Yields going up. They are down a little bit from the high of 3 days ago, but they're still at 34.83. That's 3.483. Getting a little kind of choppy in the sense that, they should try to rally a little bit, but that means if yields are going up, that's part of the inflationary aspect, right? If the DBA, that's the agricultural fund, the prices are going up, that's also part of it, just on the very short term. And that's what I'm saying here, that there's this rotation through these different areas. We saw the uranium start to move up sharply, a little bit down today. All I can say is that this is a market that says individual stocks, for instance, there's a stock, AV, which I've followed for a long time, AeroVironment, Inc., Farm and Military Drones, Switchblade. Sounds like, wow, this is just the perfect area. And the other day it hit 235, an all-time high, and yet comes out with earnings, spikes up this morning from being in the 190 area yesterday, goes all the way to 205.05, and now it's trading at 195. So even areas that kind of where you think drones, Switchblade, this is all, do you think that this is really the area that is in focus right now? But even that is mixed. So what I'm saying is this is a very select moment. We've had different stocks in different areas behave in completely different ways. Look, here's Walmart, makes an all-time high yesterday at 88.29, trading today at 86.16, down 44 cents. And we saw Target was smashed to the downside, down 33. And that's the reason why I'm saying I anticipated that there would be some kind of a move to the upside and then a bit of a pullback, which is kind of what we're getting. And then somehow or other going into Thanksgiving, or it could be just after Thanksgiving, but going into this next period, there'll be some kind of a rally, and that rally would be very selective, but it'd be the rally that suggests, and this is in my mind what I'm thinking, is that there's some kind of a buy the rumor, sell the news, so that we get a much deeper correction after that, often close to new highs, or new highs are formed over the next week or two. That's been my thinking, but at the same time, being very selective for subscribers, talking about this rotation through different sectors, different categories, different parts within sectors. And I think that just tells me that you've got to be very careful right now. Look, the VIX index, huge move. It's up 2.26 at 18.61. You know, as Steve Rhodes has this really a neat indicator that says if it's over 10% on any day, closes, I believe, over 10%, be prepared for some kind of reversal the following session. But in the meantime, this move is coincident to a market that's already been going down. You know, I always say that if the volatility index spikes sharply and you've just come, you're barely away from an all-time high, that's usually premature. But we've already had, what is this? Let me just show you. What did I say it was? 7 sessions, INDU. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sessions, yes. Since the 11th of November high in the Dow. I think it's the same date on the in the S&P, or maybe a day later or earlier in the Qs. Yeah, so that just says that this VIX index, I've got to take this one seriously. I've got to say, aha, it's moving higher. Therefore, if by the end of the day it's over 18 and the Dow is down more than 100 points, you've got to take that very seriously. If, perchance, there's a turnaround and the VIX index by the end of the day is now down under 17.90, it's at 1842 right now, and the Dow has come back to a minus 30, it still depends on how the results of NVIDIA. It's one of the few times that I can say that a particular stock, because it is it's in the Dow, NVIDIA, it's in the S&P, it's in the QQQ, it's in the XLK, I believe. It should be in the XLK, right? That's the S&P Select Spider Fund. It's pervasive. Therefore, whatever it does tomorrow at this time, 10:30 tomorrow, is going to be very important. Now, the other thing is we've gotten to 10:20. It's 10:24. So exactly now is where I would expect that the market is starting to change a little bit. Direction, did it hold that? Yep, there it is. It held to that 558.81, 58.79 low, and now the next resistance is 58.95. It's at 58.93. Yeah, 12 points. That's not bad. And it's leg C in the 5-minute chart. It's only a single leg A. Now, I got to talk about this because we've got this in the Dow as well. You see this move, this straight down move, it's a single leg A. It's not yet a trough because it hasn't made a higher low in the 10-minute chart. But very often, a single move smashed to the downside, it doesn't matter whether it's the daily or the 1 minute or whatever it is, has a pretty decent bounce off the low. It could even be the low, but at least sometimes it forms a low, and we're going to be watching that very closely. All right, I'll be back here in a second to the E-mini, but right now let's go to the VIX index, which is now pulling back a little bit. Okay. Now, question came in about XPV. XP, I think I haven't finished all the different indices. I'll get there. So XPV is the Chapman Inc. designs, develops, manufactures smart EVs. I don't know if I've ever heard anybody say it, so I never know how to pronounce it. And it had a very sharp pullback from that peak F in the just under 14. It went down to the 10s. Now it's going to peak A. A, B, C, D, E. Made an F doji candle in the 15s, pulled back very sharply to just under 12, and now it's trying to rally. And the 9-period moving average is still positive. So that says, yep, there's still a little internal strength, but look at this. It's a D in the 5-minute chart. Oh, 5-minute chart. In the weekly chart, because that's usually the middle one, 5 minutes. And it's only a leg B, gray leg B, I believe, in the monthly chart. So, yes, what am I looking at? If this closes under 11.62 anytime in the next, going into Monday, that's going to be a problem. If it's able to get to 67 in the next 2 days, that would be very good. What was the other one? FXI. I'll do FXI as we're going to the break. FXI made a peak D in the weekly chart, and it's not looking very good. It must hold 29. It's at 30.53. 29 in the next few days. I'll be back.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
This portion of the Tiger Technicians Hour is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, so you saw that I said the 5895 area was the automated resistance in Chapman Wave methodology. and that's where we've stalled in the E-mini. Interesting, huh? I had a question. Could I do it with some of the other? Every once in a while, I'll do it with the other indices and stocks that are important. I'll see if I can do it today. So the question came in about the SOXS. That's SOXX. That is the long, the semiconductors. So SOXX, which is the full name is iShares Semiconductor. I thought that this was the 2 times long semiconductor ETF. Okay, maybe it's not. It's down 1.58%, and the SMHs are down 1.6. Okay, 1-to-1, I guess. So yeah. So if you don't mind, Steve, I'm going to be looking at the SMHs because that's the one I've notated and everything. It has everything that I need. So here we go, one at a time. The daily chart made a peak D. Remember, peak D in the Chapman methodology is your objective in a buy mode, but it's also where other things can happen. And it's a D in the daily, D in the weekly at 283.07 back in the week of the 14th of July. And it's a peak D in the monthly. So there you are. There's a good example of peak Ds. What can happen at a peak D? It can recycle to the upside, but that also could be where it has the greatest pullback. Now, I meant to check. I think it was fractionally under, or maybe it was higher. So this is a high of 262.26. And this was a high of 261.88. Yeah, I remember it was just a fraction under. It's just amazing how many of these double tops we can get. What was it, NOC? No, it was Grumman. I won't be able to remember that now. Grumman. No. Yeah, Grumman had exactly the double top that we were looking at yesterday. If I can remember the symbol. It doesn't matter. So these double tops are really potent. So what happened is made a double top and then pulled back. I drew in the Chapman Wave Inside Track propellant zone. And that just says it touched it today at the low today so far is 238.65. And the pink line, which is really the critical line to hold, by tomorrow, if we are underneath 230, let's call it 235, we're at 240.58 right now. If at this time the SMHs are down under 235, which means that NVIDIA, all those things that they're talking about, Blackwell, this overheating, trumps the positives, which are that the backlog is just huge for NVIDIA. Now, remember, Boeing once had a backlog, a huge backlog, a backlog of 3 or 4 years, maybe it was even 5 years. That can all dissipate if things go wrong. So all I'm saying is that let's look at the price. As far as I'm concerned, you can do all the technicals you want. Price determines trend. All right? It's not all those technicals that are telling you. It's the price. So all I'm going to say is for NVIDIA, let's just treat that as a very important component right now. But let's just look at the broad. Because if you look at MU, MU's come down very sharply from the high of 150-something earlier in June or July. It's trading now at 97. I mean, you can Marvell. You can just go through each one of these one at a time. Marvell was at 93.85 was the high back in 2021 December. It dropped all the way to the 31 level or 32. Went to a leg E, and where was that leg E? And I've got this as a peak C in the weekly chart. It could be an alternate count E, but at least for now I'm calling it a C. And where did it go to? It went to a 95.09. So it went above the previous high, but almost like a double top, right? So we're going to be looking at this and saying, okay, Marvell, this is a semiconductor data center order. It has 5G communications, etc. Just a very, very good company. Let's look at Applied Materials. Look at that. Peak E in the monthly chart, peak F in the weekly. The most recent was a peak E in the daily at 215, but the high was up in the 250s back in January, I think it was, December or January. So look at the pullback. And one more we'll do in Broadcom is AVGO. I don't know why they kept the symbol, wrong symbol. There's your double top. It makes 185.16 with an 180 round number open back in June of 2024. And what did it do just recently? It went to, this is amazing, 105.16, and it goes to a retest of 106.42, less than $1 away, or just over $1, right? And now it's pulling back. So I'm looking at this and I'm saying, there's a huge mixed picture in semiconductors. They'd be much lower if it wasn't for NVIDIA. That's my reading. If it wasn't for a couple of stocks like Marvell, maybe even Broadcom. So this is really important. I'm making a big deal about it because it isn't often that one stock is in so many of the areas. I mean, it's like Apple, right? Or even Microsoft. But Microsoft's not in the semiconductors, and Apple's not in the semiconductors. So you've got something NVIDIA that it just permeates everything. And is really important. So that's why I'm saying NVIDIA, if they come out, let's just say they come out and they say, yeah, we're resolving the problem, the overheating problem. We've got a backlog, we've got blah, 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 whatever it is, and the market perceives that overall there's a bias to the upside. Well, if it is able to trade between this afternoon overnight and Friday's close above 152, I think that's really excellent. And I think there's a big sigh of relief, and this market finally gets back to having that, what I'm thinking is a U-shaped pattern, a cup-shaped pattern, well, a U-shaped pattern, and goes to a slightly higher high. And then I think I'm going to be looking to see what's happening. Is this going to be some kind of a top of, essentially, okay? Whew, got that out the way. Should have just said it straight away. So, Steve, SOXS, that's what you asked about. Let me answer the question. The question is, if the SOXS, which has a slightly different chart formation, it's made lower lows than the SMHs, it breaks and closes under 209. Let's make it 208. By tomorrow, that's going to be negative. If for whatever reason is able to balance this at 211 right now, at 215 is no good. 217 by Friday, that's a good sign. Those are the parameters I'm watching. I'll be right back. Oh, look at the E-mini. It held that support. There it goes.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Hi, folks. So I haven't done this. I forgot to do it, so I'll do it right now. The dollar. The dollar right now is up 55 ticks at 106.73. This is the pattern that I love. Remember the falling axe formation right there, especially if it's very short and goes quickly to the upside. Hasn't yet. It has broken the resistance, but the day is young, so we'll see what happens. I still have this as a B. I don't really see how I can call it anything else in the daily chart. That says 1 tick above 107.06 goes to 107.07, and that starts your leg C. So that's very good right now. EUR-USD, this is the continuous, this is the pairs, this is the Euro-US dollar currency pair. Come on. There it is. Tried to rally this morning, now it's fading. It's at a trough F. And now this is going to be, and I could call this an F/B to correspond to the dollar, but I won't. Don't need to. Here's your straight down move, but it did make a little stop right there for a trough A on the way down. Remember, we called them troughs. Now this is a leg B. Yeah, so the euro, if you look at the monthly chart, this has got that pattern that I call the lowercase h that goes to a lowercase m, second arch formation. And this makes it very important because if there is a close, this is a monthly chart, but I'm just saying on a daily basis, it doesn't have to be in a monthly. If there is a close underneath the low of October, which was 1.04484, that's not good at all. That just says, the strength of the euro is still dependent on that inverse of the dollar, and the dollar so far is still showing strength. If you look at the USD JPY, which is the yen dollar currency pair, which goes in the same trajectory, not the same angle or even the same percentage, but it moves in the same tide as the Dow, it's up 64 cents at 155.30. Needs to go above the previous high, which was right there on the 15th of the month at 156.75. So far, the 9-period moving average hasn't even hinted that it wants to go pink. It's still green, looking very strong. And if you're looking at the weekly chart, leg A, so I have a whole thing that I developed years ago, one of my plethora of tools, my Sears and Roebuck toolbox, technical toolbox. There's a pattern that I call the single leg A to the upside, but it doesn't usually, it's usually one big push to the upside that fails. In this case, you've got weeks, you've got from the low of, in the US dollar, Japanese yen currency pair, from the low of the September, the week of the 20th of this year, at 139.58, you've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the 9th week. So that's not a single leg A up in the sense that it isn't just one swoop. This is a really methodical move with the MACD turning up very strongly, the 9 over the 14, the price way over the 9, stochastic at 84%. So far, that looks like the trend for at least now. There's no change in that. Hope that helps you. Now, I wanted to talk about this. I was following it over the last couple of days, and I was kind of impressed. This is the natural gas. This is the natural gas continuous contract. So I type in every single time you look at my charts for the last forever, actually, but from the time I've been here at TFNN, from 2002, 2002, I'm typing at the same time. The continuous contracts always have the price move because it gets smoothed out. Nothing changes. The patterns don't change. The notation doesn't change. But every single chart, the thousands of charts that I have down, daily, weekly, monthly, even 120-minute chart or 1-minute charts, that's all hand done. Very quick, but that's what I've done. So all I can say is, as I'm looking at it right now, the continuous contract has gone to a leg E. This is a leg F right now in the monthly chart. This is where you got to look to see, is there going to be a turn? And winter's really coming, certainly for us. All of a sudden yesterday was outdoor weather. Today is pretty indoor weather. So I'm thinking that natural gas for the first time in a while has some incremental weekly improvement, but not enough yet to give any kind of anything other than to say it's a gray leg A to the upside. However, the daily chart has, because the stochastic's at 80%, I can give this a buy signal to buy mode upgrade. So I'm impressed. I'm impressed that you've got, and that's what I was talking about before, how the commodities, one by one, we're starting to see something happening, and in some cases quite positive. So this is not yet positive in the sense that there's even a major turn. We haven't even got the percentage gain that you've had before in any of the moves in the weekly chart. But this is a good sign because so far the day's young, but it's over the resistance on the left, which was on the 25th of October at 3.101. So that's important because what it says is if there is a strong close today, it's at 3.11, up 0.11. If there's a strong close and it's only C, we could get a D right here towards the 11th of October. The high was 3.266. So I'm just saying I like what I'm seeing right now. If I go to the UNG, they don't always correspond exactly, but this is very close because this has gone to a leg C. And in this case, you've got that double bottom, that little Chapman wave dreaded H pattern that was successful is a good sign. So yes, but I don't want it to close towards the low of the day today. That to me would not be a good sign. I like the action right now, gaps up. So look at the weekly chart. You've got this triangle, a declining triangle. It held the Chapman wave inside track propellant zone. It's getting to the Chapman wave inside track repellent zone. All I can say is that if a week from today, Wednesday a week, it's actually trading closer to 16, preferably 16.75, I would think that we finally made a turn because winter's coming that has a little bit of legs. 5910.68 is the automated resistance level now in the E-mini. We've gone to a leg D in the 1-minute chart. This is still a leg A in the 5-minute chart and leg A in the 10-minute chart. And there it is, 5910.68. Well, this travels in 25-cent increments. Let's call it 5910.50 for the moment. And it's at 59.07. What a nice support level, huh? Automated. I'll be back in a moment. Oh, there wasn't a break. I thought I heard a break. So the question came in, DXY, Euro, I did them all. Yes, Ben, I hope that helped you. Good. I'm pleased. I just saw that you also want to do it just like I wanted to. So in the den, we've got Trader Gene. He's talking about Bitcoin. Basically he's saying, is this really a piece of junk? I think that's really the question that you've got. And all I can say is, I don't really care because we've got a position on, and it's got to stop. If something happens to it, hopefully the stop, maybe it's overnight and it's a huge smash to the downside, but this trade's overnight. So we're long, and it's doing fantastically. We've done really a great percentage. All I can say is we're raising the stop each time it goes higher. That's all, taking little bits off, doing money management. There's nothing else you can do.
The consistency you're looking for is closer than you think. 1 or 2 adjustments are usually all you need to change your equity curve from red to green and keep it there. Come join Larry Pesavento live to learn what separates the winners from the losers. Join Larry Pesavento on the 2nd and 4th Friday of every month for 3 hours of live trading from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time, where Larry will show you the market setting up and, most important of all, the state of mind of a winning trader. By watching Larry trade, you'll learn the Fibonacci levels, you'll learn how to apply A to B to C to D trading patterns, you'll learn trade management, pattern recognition, and much more. Join Larry October 11th and 25th for more live trading action. Your purchase goes towards 2 sessions, so make sure to sign up now so you don't miss a chance to sit next to Larry as he trades the market live. For all information and reserve your spot today, go to the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
So I was asked about the IWM. No, NVIDIA doesn't have this. There's no connection whatsoever with the Russell 2000 small caps. There are some semis within it, but that's really not the point. The point here is, look how well the 9-period moving average is holding over the 14. That's all I can look at. The MACD is weak. The relative strength is weak. Stochastics at 48% weak. On-balance volume is weak. Weekly charts are still holding very well. The weekly chart is holding well, and the monthly chart is holding well. But you've only got a week and a half or 2 weeks to go for the end of the month, and you've already got a Chapman wave inverted green Roman candle. I didn't really want to see that right now. I wanted to see the body of the candle be not at 230, but really at 235, and it's not. So this is going to be very important because the trend will change according. And remember, I've got this 11th of November time sequence that made the exact, I can't believe it, the exact day of the top in the down the S&P. And that just says, respect that. You did the work, respect what you did, but at the same time, 9 is holding over the 14. Everything that I'm looking at says there's still internal strength. Okay, so with that said, just real quickly, the IWM, and let me just mention before I finish this, IWM is holding well right now. The day is young. But I had a request. Is there any chance that I could do Larry's Hour at 1 o'clock? There's a lot that I'd like to do. I'd like to look at the grains. I'd like to look at the commodities, etc. But I also would like to put it together with maybe live, looking at the E-mini, just doing something live. I could do the NASDAQ, I could do anything. But something, look, here's the gold contract. So maybe I'll do my best if I can adjust my schedule. Gold made a peak D in the 10-minute chart. So if I can, and there you can see, look here on this chart, look at all those automated resistance levels, look at all the automated support levels. It'll be fun to do if I can. I'll try to get back for 1 o'clock Eastern time to do Larry's Hour, not Larry's show. Only Larry can do his show, but I'll try to do that if I can. So with that said, check out my opening call, my daily newsletter. We've had some nice positions. Hopefully they hold.